So now we'll talk about post-independent India. What were the problems? What was the situation after independence? The article for Indian Independence Act was passed by the British government, British Parliament in the year 1947. According to the article, India and Pakistan got its existence. There was two major problems before the country. So now what happened is that after independence, the country was divided into India and Pakistan, and we had two major problems in the country at that time. First, framing of the constitution. Now what is constitution? Constitution is a book which contains all the rules, all the regulations, all the acts, what all things are included, how did India got independence, and all those things are included in the Constitution of India. Before that, when Britishers were ruling, we were following the rules and regulation of the Britishers. So now we needed our own rules and regulation. Now we needed our own constitution. Second, to put an end to sovereignty of British Empire on princely states and emerging them into making them an intact India. Now what happened was that when Britishers were ruling over India, there were some places where kings and queens were still ruling. These places where the queens and the kings were ruling were called as princely states. Now these small princely states were there in so many parts of the country. Like even Bhavnagar was a princely state, okay, because we were ruled by Krishna Kumar Siji at that point of time. So we had so many princely states, small cities, small villages were being ruled by the king. Okay, so we had to convince those kings to give up their rule and become a part of India so that we could have one united India. Okay, moving on. At that time, there were about 562 princely states. Imagine, 562 princely states were there at that time. 48% of princely state had taken over the total area of 20% of India's population resided in these princely states. So around 48% area was under the rule of princely states, and about 20% of India's population was living in these princely states. Kashmir, Hyderabad and Mysore were big states. So there were big states like Kashmir, Hyderabad, Mysore, which were ruled over by other people. Other states were as small, and some states were too small and were in a village form. So some were as big as a states and some were as small as a village. It was a mammoth task to convince these kings and the Nawabs. Moreover, it was done very speedily. So it was a big task to convince these kings, these queens, these Nawabs, these rulers to give up their kingdom and to become a part of India. Because obviously nobody is going to do that, right? If you are a king, nobody wants to give up their rule and become a part of India. But it happened at a very good rate, and it happened very properly. After gaining independence, Maharaja of Bhavnagar, Krishna Kumar Singh was the first king to start the responsible government. Bhavnagar state was merged with the United Saurashtra state, which was created with the efforts of Sardar Patel. The event of formation of United Saurashtra state was described by Jawaharlal Nehru as the most notable merger in the contemporary history. So what happened was that after India got independence, okay, Bhavnagar was the first state to willingly give its part to India, to willingly become a part of India. We did not do anything, okay? Like Krishna Kumar Siji was, that is why people really respect Krishna Kumar Siji even till today. The reason is because he gave up all his properties, everything to the government, okay? And Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and Jawaharlal Nehru said that the task of uniting Saurashtra was the most easiest task because all the kings, all the rulers really cooperated. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel appealed to the kings and the Nawabs of the princely states that they should voluntarily forsake their respective states in the interest of their subjects and the Union of India. It stimulated nationalism. Now Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel went and he requested all the kings and rulers that you should out of your own will give your kingdom to India, become a part of India. Now remember one thing, when India got independence, okay, there was India, there was Pakistan, and there were these small princely states. These princely states had a choice to either become a part of India or either to become a part of Pakistan. Now it was very necessary that those areas which were in middle of India had to become a part of India. They could not go to Pakistan, otherwise imagine Akha India ni vache there is a small place for Pakistan. So obviously, okay, so Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel really requested all the kings, all the Nawabs, all the rulers that they should become a part of India, because it would be good for the people, it would be good for the public, for everybody. Kings, Rajwadas and Nawabs contributed in making of a strong, integrated, purposeful India. So obviously these rulers, lot of them gave their kingdoms willingly, and a lot of them gave up their rule very, very easily, okay. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel assured them to protect their rights and interests. So Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel promised them that we will respect you, we will give you your rights, we will give you your whatever you want. Sardar Patel and his Secretary of Home Department, Mr. V.P. Menon, prepared a draft for attachment bond and a status quo agreement. Concerned ministers and the joint committees of the king gave a final shape to this. Kings were happy by the draft, except Kashmir, Hyderabad and Junagadh. 559 princely states accepted this instrument of accession and joined the Union of India. So there was a draft created, there was an agreement created by Sardar Patel and V.P. Menon, okay, and this draft and agreement was called as attachment bond and status quo agreement. Attachment bond meaning we are getting attached to India. So it was like an agreement, and next one was the status quo agreement, okay. So these two agreements were prepared by Sardar Patel and his secretary V.P. Menon, which kings and the rulers were very happy with this agreement. They willingly signed it and they became a part of India. So out of 562 princely states which were there, 559 princely states accepted this agreement. 3 states which created problem in joining or becoming a part of India were Kashmir, Hyderabad and Junagadh. Okay, what was the problem and how did they become a part of India? We will do it now.